different today. I'm in a field, and can you guess what it is or not? Looks like corn. So if you thought corn, I'd say you're pretty close. It's called sorghum. I've never cut this before. I've never grown it before. We seeded it for a guy, and now we're cutting it. You can see the hay vine behind me. It is incredibly tall stuff, as you can see out my window. Now there's patches here on this side. It was actually considerably lower. There was some wet spots in this field, but a lot of it is well over my head. I'm 6'3", so there's some pretty tall stuff here. We're running it through a hay vine. The difference between corn and sorghum that I've found out so far anyway, sorghum has no cobs on it. There's actually no corn, like no kernels. It's just a big, long, tall, grassy plant that looks a lot like corn plant. And I guess it has some of a similar nutritional value to it for the cows, but no corn, or no kernels. And it grows a whole lot faster. In 47 days it's mature. That's why they're growing it for feed. So anyway, we're cutting this. Pretty slow going because it keeps plugging up pretty thick. Ben's over there somewhere on the other end. I don't know where he is. And I'm in the middle here making a path through. So kind of neat. You're in your own little world here in this tall stuff. We are cutting it today. We'll be baling it tomorrow. We did some a couple days ago and baled it yesterday, and that'll be all for silage, all getting wrapped up for feed. So kind of neat. Shorter, you can see. That's not good. That would be plugged up again. Alright, got it unplugged again and we're going. Anyway, because it's so thick and it plugs so easy, I'm just gonna cut it and not film it. You can just see Ben out there on the top. Well, I lost him now behind the high corn. Anyway, he was in the corner cutting, and I'm cutting over here. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it, and I'll show you some later, I guess. All right, looks like we got her jammed in here. I don't know if it's in the rollers, maybe. The other tractor might be running over there somewhere. Hard to tell. Anyway, it might be in the rollers, or it could be just stuck here in this header. We'll pull some out, see if we can get her going. So what are we doing?
Picking up bales.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Are you picking up bales?
No, because I'm in the van.
It's not the most conventional pile of bales, but they're doing it. They've never done this before, so they're figuring it out as they go. Okay, so this is the part in the process that they start to regret that they made so many. It's a lot more work than you thought, isn't it? That, and it's really humid out here, so at least there's a little bit of a breeze today. Having fun, Cora? So, how many more do you think are in the field, Wes?
Oh, probably 80 maybe.
I don't know about that, but there's still a lot out there, isn't there? Yeah. That's a much nicer pile.
I think it's because we all know what we're doing now.
Right. Much nicer. And that's it. These are the last couple bales. And then they're done.
There, I needed an extra set of hands to drive. I'm in the van. So Waylon's driving for the first time ever. And probably the most complicated tractor. But at that speed, he should be okay. And I think he's pretty happy with himself too. Well, hello again. I gave up on mowing that sorghum. That did not want to work at all. It just kept plugging over and over and over. So I left Ben to it. The other haybine doesn't seem to have an issue with it. This here one, two separate haybines. One's a John Deere, one's a Heston, and the Heston has been nothing but problems so far. We actually found it out in the field when we were mowing hay. It's not mine. The John Deere is not either, I guess. John Deere belongs to a customer, and he had just bought the farm. While we were mowing the field, we found this Heston. Maybe that's why it was parked there. I don't know. We're going to keep playing with it sometime when I have more time. So I'm going to switch over. We got all this manure hauled in. Decent pile. I don't know if it looks real big on camera or not, but there's quite a pile of manure here. And we're going to start spreading that on the land. This land, from what I understand from some of the old timers in the area, hasn't been touched in 60 years. 60. It's a long time. And it desperately needs something. So we're going to put manure on. That'll help with growth. And we also want to do some tilling. And actually where I'm sitting right now, we're proposing to maybe plant sweet corn, potatoes, carrots, beets, just for sale, that kind of stuff. Onions maybe, kind of, because it's close to the road. I don't know if you can make out the fence right there. Windows are too dirty. Anyway, that's the road right up there. So we have a bit of a roadside stand going this year. We want to add to that, and be nice and close here. So even if we wanted to do a U-pick or whatever, we could do that. Also strawberries. We were talking about planting a big patch of strawberries in here, so we'll see how that goes. I'll turn the camera around and show you what we're working with. Okay, battery on my phone is just about dead, so I can't get out, but we just scooped up this little John Deere tractor. There's a guy that's retiring, moving away, I guess. He sounds like, well, not really retiring. It sounds like he's having some health issues, and it's time to move, I guess, in with family. So they had this tractor up, pretty good price. It needs a few things. It doesn't steer worth beans right now. The power steering's shot, and also knows it's leaking diesel fuel a bit. And the gear ratios don't seem to be quite right. Doesn't seem to quite shift right. But all in all, it's a pretty clean looking little tractor. So it's a John Deere 710, and looks like he's repainted it. Price tag was really low on it, and I can't see it. It's parked out in the field still. We picked up. You're focused on the dirt now. Anyway, that's a square baler. Picked up a small square baler at the same time. Main reason I bought that one, the Amish have used it in the past, and they said it worked awesome. And so for them, is more or less why I bought that one. And this little guy, we wanted something to pull a rake with. So I borrowed a neighbor's manure spreader. Super nice neighbor. And I'm gonna run this little John Deere in front of it, see how that goes. I'll load it with this tractor. I would use our tractors, the other two tractors, but Ben's still cutting hay with the one, so I'm going to try loading here with this tractor. Well, that won't be an issue, but then trying to spread with that little guy. It's only a 50 horse tractor, but yeah, it's a nice shape. Once my battery's loaded up a little more, I'll give you a tour of the tractor. Kind of hard to do all this with one hand, but Keep in mind the neighbor might be watching this too, so I don't want to wreck nothing. So we used to have manure spreader, I don't remember the numbers on it, I'd have to ask Ben, but very similar to that one, as well as a New Idea that I bought off my brother. So we had 2 manure spreaders. Basically, the New Idea was the exact same as this, just different color. And that was on our goat farm up north years ago. And we sold both of those with the farm, I guess. The last year, I never actually used them. I had a much bigger tractor, 160 horse, and rented a big Hagedorn spreader, which has vertical beaters. Pardon the distraction as I'm going here. So these beaters here on the back, they spread it. You can tell they go this direction. They're horizontal. Those other ones are vertical and they spin very fast and give a much better spread pattern. So this one will leave lumps on the field. Maybe not with this stuff because it's composted so much.